Hi, this is Kenneth Wong, a Burmese language instructor and Burmese American writer. Welcome to a new episode of Bite-Sized Burmese. Where do your feelings and emotions come from? From the heart or from your brain? Well, in Burmese language, most of them stem from your belly or your mind. Words describing how you feel, like sad, angry, happy, depressed, and so on, are constructed usually with the word wang for belly or womb and sake for the mind. Take the word one-thade, to be glad or to be happy. Now this is constructed with the word wan for belly with the verb thade, to be favorable or pleasant. Whereas ne thade, literally the sun is favorable or pleasant, means it's a sunny day, it's a warm day, pleasant day to go out and take a stroll. One thade, or the belly is favorable, means to be happy, glad, delighted. The opposite of that is one nere, to be sad or unhappy. The verb nere means to be in small quantity, to be limited, to be deficient. For example, if you want to describe somebody who is feeling sad, you might say, Thu dine one nere. He is feeling sad today. Or if you hear a piece of bad news from somebody and you want to offer your sympathy, you might say, Jayara wanebare. Jayara wanebare. I'm sorry to hear this. To do something with great happiness is wamyao wantha. Wamyao wantha. Or wantha aya. Or wambandatha. All these three adverb clauses, wamya wantha, wantha aya, wambandatha, are almost interchangeable. The verb to welcome is jozode. Jozode, that's the affirmative form. To welcome somebody wholeheartedly with great happiness is wamya wantha jozode, or wantha aya jozode, or wambandatha jozode. They are all almost interchangeable. Now, to feel an overwhelming sense of happiness is wantha long so. Wantha long so nere. This is a progressive form. Wantha long so nere. I'm feeling this way. Let me break it down. Long is a reference to round objects. It's also a counter word for round objects like fruits. For example, pandi thong long, 3 apples. So is the verb that means to be blocked or to be choking. The phrase wan tha long so quite literally translates to choking or suffocating on a ball of happiness, to be fully overtaken by happiness. Now, there is no big ball of sadness in the sense that the phrase wan ne long so does not exist or it's not traditionally used. People don't describe overwhelming sadness like that, but there are other options. One of the common way to describe overwhelming sadness is wanne pelet. Wanne pelet is an adverb phrase as well. It's a compound adverb that consists of the word to be sad, wanne, with the descriptive verb pelet, to be in a horizontal face-up position, like you are sleeping looking at your roof. This is an adverb clause, as I've said, so you will need a verb to go with that. Let's try it with the verb to cry, ngode, in affirmative form. If you want to describe somebody who is weeping or sobbing inconsolably, you would say, Tu wanne pele ngonide. Tu wanne pele ngonide. Now, the subject doesn't physically need to be in that flat, lying on his back, looking at the roof kind of position. This is a figure of speech to describe somebody who is consumed by great sadness or grief. Now, moving on to emotional words with the root word sake for the mind. Sake gaunde. Sake gaunde literally means the mind is good, but it actually means someone is kind, considerate, and sympathetic. But oddly, sake makaungbu, which sounds like the opposite of sake gaunde, is not quite the opposite. Say Makambu does not mean somebody is wicked or unkind or unsympathetic. It means somebody is sad and unhappy. Similar to how you might use Wanere. If somebody has revealed to you that they are going through a very difficult time or a situation, you might say, Jayara, say makambu. Jayara, say makambu. I'm very sorry to hear that. If you are talking about somebody who's mean-spirited and somebody you don't want to be around or you don't want as a friend, you have to use a different phrase. You could say, Sekta makambu. Sekta makambu. The difference between sekta and sek is that sekta refers to temperament or inclination. So you might describe somebody who's malicious, toxic, someone with a hurtful, mean-spirited inclination as sekta makambu. Sekta makambu. Worse than that is sekpote. Sekpote. The verb pote means to rot. Is the same word that you might use to describe rotten fruits, like di theathi pothwabi. Di theathi pothwabi. This mango has gone bad. It's already rotten. Say pote. To have a mind that is rotten means spiteful, malicious, wicked. But what does it mean when somebody says "sek senyere" or "senyete"? In normal usage, the verb senyere describe poverty, as in senyeda, as a reference to the poor people, and nye or nyepa refers to being dirty. It also means to cheat, to be foul, as in di akan nyepate. This room is dirty. Or at a card game, somebody might say, Manyepane, don't cheat, don't play foul. When you use it with sake, however, it conveys slightly different meanings. Sake senyere, or senyete, senyete. The mind is impoverished or the mind is dirty or foul. Actually means to be depressed, to be frustrated, to be feeling down. We should also talk about the related phrase, "sek chanthare." Sek chanthare. It literally means the mind is rich or luxurious, but it actually means to feel a sense of contentment, to be happy, to be in a good mood. For example, "sek chantha jenye senye siare masenzane." If you want to be in a good mood, don't think about sad things. Well, my friends and Burmese learners, that is all for today's episode. I'm wishing you all great happiness, or a luxurious mind, as they might say in Burmese. And that is to say, Mekswe Alung Sek Chantha Jabazi. Sek Chantha Jabazi. See you later. Namadwe me.